Here we are again. It's been a couple of weeks since I posted a video up. I haven't had time to work on this thing. Yeah, let's see here. Now, where were we? Oh yes, the timing chain cover with some broken bolts. If you remember, I took the water pump off, which is sitting right there. The original water pump, 21 years old. And I've got a broken bolt right there. There's a little stud sticking out. I don't know if you can see it right there, and another good sized one sticking out there, and the timing cover is a couple inches. So I'm going to have something to grab on with that one, that one, that one, and I believe in that hole right, I don't know if you can see it, that hole right down there, I think another one broke off. I don't know, it's either flush with the block or it's real close. And also, I didn't realize it, and I may have done this when I was taking the water pump off, because I was prying on it pretty hard. The timing chain cover has got a crack in it, right up through here. And I didn't even see it until I took some pictures down in there with my phone, and I got looking at it, and noticed there was a crack, which I'm glad I did. So I went and I bought one last weekend. So I've got a new cover, all new gaskets, seals, all that stuff. Dog, watch what you're doing. So I'm going to be replacing all of that. I've got this new seal down here and all new gaskets for everywhere. So this ought to be fun. And also, while I'm at it, I'm going to clean up. You see this wire right here? If you follow it down, if you can see down in there, see where that goes? That goes to your oil, that controls your oil gauge. And you probably already know it, but the oil gauges in these trucks are dummy gauges. Pretty much like a light. If your gauge works at all, you've got oil pressure. They don't actually go up and down with the oil pressure and tell you how much pressure you have. They're dummy gauges, and would like to plumb in a real gauge, but that connection right there it's got some oil on it. A lot of that's from what I've been spraying on this thing, but the connection's been bad for a couple of years at least, and the gauge will be a little erratic. If I take it off and put it back on, that usually straightens it out, so I'm going to clean that up real good, and hopefully it'll take care of that little issue. And there goes my heater. Shut that off. So anyway, that's what I got to do to get the timing chain cover off. There are, let's see, I think there's, let's see, 6 more bolts that have to come out. There's one, you can see it, if I can get my light somewhere. There's one right there, right back in there. There's one, I can't even see it. It's back behind the thermostat housing, down in below there. I may have to take this housing off to get to it, I'm not sure. And then down underneath there's two over on this side and 2 on that side. The front 2 bolts on the oil pan have to actually come off. They go up through the oil pan into the timing chain cover, and then you got, when I put that all back together, there's a gasket set, which I'll be showing you all of this later. I think I've got 2 sets actually. That's for the water pump. Now they're all in here. There's the seal. Anyway, they've got little pieces that fit on the corners of the oil pan. Not ideal, but I'm going to put plenty of sealant on there for gasket sealant and stuff, sealed up real good. So it should be okay. Main concern right now is getting this timing chain cover off. So I'm going to get started on that, and hopefully when I bring you back, I'll have some good news. I also got a new got a box full of good. Anyway, I got a new timing chain and gear set. It's an Edelbrock. And I'm gonna be putting that on as well. Figure I'm in it this deep, I might as well, you know, put a new timing chain and gears on there. It's been 261,000 miles. It's probably time. If I wasn't getting into it this far, I probably wouldn't, but I'm gonna be right there anyway, so I figure I might as well put a new timing chain on it while I'm at it. So I don't have to tear it apart again for whatever reason. So anyway, I'm gonna get busy, and hopefully when I bring you back in after a while, I have some good news. Stay tuned. Thought I'd bring you in here under the truck here. God, I wish the rest of those bolts came out as easy as these did. That was pretty simple. The bolts I had to remove under here, if I can get both, try to get this oriented so you don't get all upside down. Let's see, I had to take that one. There was one there I had to take out, and another one there, and there's two more over there on that side that held the timing, your timing pointer. So I had to take those out, and then two on each side of the oil pan. This one here is a, let's see, where am I? Yeah, that one is 3/8. That was a 1/2 inch, and they were not very tight. My oil pan was replaced, I don't know, 3 years ago or so, so those had been removed, but I don't think they're very tight to begin with. All those bolts came out real easy. God, I wish the other ones would have come out that easy, but that was a piece of cake. So now I'm going to go back up on top and take those other two bolts out and see if I can remove the timing chain cover. So I'll get busy on that. Stuck bolts. Anyway, I have a little bit of reason to celebrate. I'm making progress, let's put it that way. What I have there is it's a Titan brand. I've seen them in auto parts stores. I bought this one off Amazon. And what you do is you hook your ratchet, or you can use a wrench to it. You turn it counterclockwise, and there's 3 sets of jaws in there that clamp down on the stud. If you can see it or not, maybe. And the harder you crank on it, the tighter it gets. And I was afraid I was going to break it off, and I tried using vice grips and wiggling it back and forth and back and forth. And finally, I just said, you know, it's either going to come or it's not. And I gave it a little more oomph, and she's backing on out of there now. So the only thing holding that cover on is that bolt and that one right there that is flush, which this isn't threaded, so I'm hoping that maybe I can get it off there. If not, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll probably have to get some maybe a left-handed drill bit or something and see if I can drill that out. The case I don't give a shit about because I've got a new one anyway. I mean, this one's got a crack in it, it's no good, so I'm not worried about ruining the timing chain cover. But I can reach this sucker. I don't know if you can see this very good, it's so dark. Anyway, she's coming out. So I'm not going to waste your time watching me back a bolt out like that, but it's coming out. It's coming fairly easy now, and so it's going to come all the way out. I got a bolt kit too, so I got all replacement bolts. And so the next thing I'll be getting that one out. If I can get the cover off, I think I can use that same tool and get it out of the block fairly easy, I think. I had another one too that I got. I saw a guy use, and I bought this one too. And I thought I was going to break the bolt off. And it wedges the bolt you put it in, there's two holes, there's a big hole and a smaller hole, and so you feed the bolt in through there, turn it with a 1/2 inch wrench, and what it does is it clamps down onto that bolt, and then it turns it, that'd be clockwise, so it'd be this way. And so the tighter you crank down on it, the tighter this gets on it too, but you're also off center a little bit, and I don't know, I'm sure on some things it probably works, but I was afraid I was going to snap that bolt off. This is working, so that's what I'm going with, and I'll bring you back in when hopefully I get that cover off, or just about off, so I can tell you what I'm doing.